Hello students, today we are talking about general search algorithm and this is the part 2 video of it. First we covered core components of a search problem. You can watch the previous video and watch the second part. Today we are going to talk about general search framework and search tree concept. Okay. Okay, now let's get in. What is general search framework? General search framework is nothing but any problem we give it to an AI, it converts it to a tree or a graph. Okay, there is a root node where it is the initial state and it systematically explores by expanding states until it finds its goals. It's not that complicated. Please understand. If we ask for a solution to a problem, what AI does is initialize a data structure. It converts it to a data structure and it is called as a frontier. It is nothing but a inverted tree. Please know it is not complicated. If you listen carefully, you will understand what it is. Okay. So something like this, the picture what I've drawn, it is a inverted tree. Okay. It is called as a frontier, and what it does is it converts into a data structure. Okay. Now the initial state is here. Okay. First node, that is the initial node. Everything is converted to a node. Okay. Now what happens is it is all in an open list. Every node, every sub node, every child node is converted to a list and it is queued up. Now what it does is it goes from one node to another node. Assuming the first node is empty and it is called as an explode set, then it moves you to a closed list. If the solution is not there in that, it moves to a closed list. What it does, it goes from one point to another point, okay, and tries to find answers. As I mentioned before, if it is a node is empty, total tree is empty, then there is no solution. If there is a no answer in one particular node, it removes it from the frontier and moves it to a closed loop, closed list. Okay. If the node contains the answer, it is the goal state and it returns the solution. That's the next step. Okay. If it is a if it contain and does not contain an answer, it moves it to a explode set or closed list. Okay. It searches each node for possible actions that can be taken and sees if it is the goal state. Now this picture below shows the how general framework works. Now let's dig deeper. Actually, it starts here. Okay, this is the open list. A tree is converted to nodes. It creates a tree, basic data structure, and puts everything in open list. And it chooses a strategy, basic search strategy. Best first, first in, first out, last in, first out, A star. There are three, four, depth first, and so on. So it decides the strategy first and checks each and every node. Okay, there are two branches here. It checks for the goal. If it is a goal is achieved, yes, it is a success. If it's a failure, the list is moved to closed list. Here what it does is it expands each node and checks if it has a possible answer. So this is how it decides to find the best answer possible from the nodes that are available to it. Okay, and it goes to the next list. Here, this is a knowledge agent. What is that does is, once it finds the answer, it moves the state actions, what is the cost and everything, it moves to the knowledge agent. So it understands, okay, this is the answer, and next time we ask the same question, it will pick it up and give it to us. Okay, hope you understood this. Next is the search tree concept. As I said earlier, the as the algorithm runs, it converts it to a tree, inverted tree. That is, there is a root node that is there, and there are branches coming out of it. Okay. Now, what is the difference between node and state? Node is one point in this. A state is the physical configuration of the world. Actual problem that we give is the state. Okay, node is a data structure which AI has created within the search tree to keep track of the state and its parent node actions to reach it and the cost that it takes. Now let me explain in this in detail. So we know this is the tree. Okay. Now what does a data structure has? It has a state, it has a parent. If it is not the, this one is the root node, so it doesn't have a parent. This one n1 has a parent which is n0. Okay, you understand. Okay, third is action that can be performed in each node. Here, what are the action in n1? What are the actions that can be taken? Either you can move to n2 or n3 and check if it is the final goal state. Okay, and all this involves the path cost that is there. Okay, you understand how this data structure works. So these are the things that are available. A state is there, a parent is there, an action is taken, a path cost is involved with it. Assuming if there is n3 doesn't have, n2 doesn't have the solution, it goes back to n1 and moves this side. Okay, so this is what is the tree structure that it uses to find a solution. Hope you understand. If there is any doubt, please ask me. I'll explain in the comments. Please ask. Please also subscribe to our channel so that it helps us. Thank you for watching.